My name's Dan Rose. I'm founder and creative director at a digital and creative agency Awesome, based in South Yorkshire. Awesome Trades is a limited company. We founded in 2016 and that came off the back of me working full time for an existing creative agency in print and the music industry. I also worked as a sole trader, as a freelance graphic designer and photographer alongside my full-time role. I had personal reasons alongside reaching a stage in my career where I felt I needed a new venture to pursue as opposed to working for another company. I felt it was an appropriate time in my career to set up as a limited company and grow my own agency in a way I felt could be managed, taking all the pros out of what I'd learned from my existing industry experience and really bringing that in from design and photography alongside websites and development in a digital environment as well. The advantage to running my own agency, it allows me to drive the work that's produced in a direction that I feel is forward thinking and shows innovation, but it answers a brief for clients. A lot of the times when you're kind of sat behind the scenes of negotiating and discussing projects with clients and you're just being delivered briefs, you don't always get to have that hands-on approach if you're just being delegated certain tasks, especially when you're in like a junior position through career. Reaching a senior level in my past company, I really enjoyed working alongside clients, a lot more hands-on, but obviously running a company we could have a lot more input in that kind of relationship with the client or any partners that we worked with on projects to make sure that we could really produce the best and most optimum outcome for his work. The aims and objectives for Awesome, since we started, it was always to grow a really good ethic company. We want obviously people working with us, both clients and the staff, obviously to really feel like they're an important part of that team, and make sure that everybody's got an important role to play, again from both sides within and outside of the company. So growing it from me alone, it's always been a case of getting it to more of a team structure, which we've got the kind of footing of that now, the foundations in place. So there's two directors now running it, myself, creative director, and also Chris Encliffe, who's digital director as well. So the goal at this point now is to grow that company to the next level. We're looking to take on larger projects where it's bringing everything together, not just doing a branding project or a content project or a digital website project. It's about doing a full service, so it's more about a business journey for clients where we can encapsulate all these services together and produce it on one project. So that's something that we're really starting to drive a lot more with customers and hopefully grow that so we're having a longer lasting relationship as opposed to doing one-off projects and then looking to go elsewhere for other services. We've recently opened a Sheffield office to expand the digital side of our company. That was triggered by us developing a digital product called Frisbee, which our clients' websites and digital projects are powered by. So it's a bit like a CMS, a CRM system. So the idea of that is that we can have a development team constantly working in the background where there's no real distractions from clients. So there was always a goal to get an environment purposely built for that kind of development side from the kind of day one really. From a creative aspect, the main headquarters that we're in now is where the kind of client facing and creative side will be, obviously expanding this over time. That'll obviously be debated in terms of how many members of staff the company needs, but we don't have a goal to be a 50-man team as much as we don't have a goal to remain as a 2-man team. We will adapt with time as we need to in order to accommodate this high standard service which we offer as customers. The mindset you need to start your own business is you need to be motivated to achieve the highest goal you're going to set yourself as much as the smallest goal you're going to set yourself, and that might be getting your first set of business cards right through to employing your first person. You need to be motivated to try and make all these things happen. The second thing, you need to have the kind of ambition to set those goals in the first place. You need to be thinking really high. Don't be afraid, to think I want to be sat on top of a, multi-million, pound company, or I want to be doing community-based, charity. If you've got an ambition to do something, you've got the drive and passion to make that happen, you've got to put 100% behind that. The second thing then is you've got to be kind of disciplined to stick on task. As soon as you start to divert off a path, whether that's you get sidetracked to do too much project work and neglecting your own in-house stuff, you'll find that the tasks that you need to do to stay on the kind of journey towards what you're doing will be amounted to a bigger challenge as opposed to being streamlined. So they're the kind of main things I would say. Obviously, thinking really smartly, not copying others, thinking about what your USP is a massive thing. People easily get sidetracked by looking at the competitors and trying to duplicate what they're doing, but just put their kind of mark on it. It's always good to almost think of like it being a horse in a race when they've got the kind of guards up and they're just focusing on that finishing line. That's a massive thing I would advise to anybody getting into a new business, especially in this industry where it's very saturated. You've got to ensure you've got a key message and you stick to that and you portray it at all times. I would say the key skills anybody needs to get into business, obviously, is to have some form of essential skill which is going to make the business operative. So if you're running a leisure company, but your skill set is management and you're going to manage a team, obviously that's a great thing to have, but there's no point you being a bricklayer if you're looking to do a sports thing and you're going to have no relation, unless if you're planning to sit back. I would say from my experience, having obviously creative abilities, being able to do photography, design, the kind of website, user experience, they're all really essential things. But the highest point, which I feel has got us into a really good position, is people invest in the person behind the company. So we like to be really personable, we like people to build rapport with us because everybody wants to build trust with a person. The company's not a facial where somebody contacts that and there's no kind of real trust level there. It's just a screen where they send an email and then they get something at the end. It's an experience where there's a relation between a customer and the business. And we make sure that people have that kind of trust in us as well. So I would say my personality and my approach to how I like to do work, which is pretty much being upfront, being honest and genuine, not, under delivering projects. We like to over deliver on projects. Under promise, over deliver is a massive thing we like to do.